she's a pretty face. She's a pretty face. Look at that. Look at that. And then she got a nice little body going. But she's got baggage. This is goodbye. If you're watching this video, the Lotus has been gone for a day or two already. We don't actually have a replacement yet. The garage is empty. Kind of been going back and forth what we're gonna do. I don't know if I want another sports car. I know I don't want something too exotic. I don't want to deal with the maintenance. But they made me an offer on this car. 2 car dealerships. I've been shopping for 2 months. We looked at the Maserati MC20. That deal fell apart. Actually, I think they lost out because they wanted 180. I wanted them to pay for shipping. Then they added 1,800 for the shipping. And then they sold the car for 173. So they lost 7 grand. The shipping was gonna be like 1,800. That didn't work out for me. It worked out for somebody else, but maybe it was for the best because the Maserati, I don't know where I was gonna have maintenance done on it around here. I looked at Chevy, I looked at Lexus, and Lexus, they don't really have nothing exotic that I can afford, but I looked at the IS500, got a good deal on one, but like the wife said, are you gonna be happy with that? I think I would be. You know, I don't make content with my cars. I introduce them to you guys because I have some of you guys have become like friends, acquaintances online, and we talk a little bit. They're like 95% done on a deal for them to buy the car, but they do have a car in stock that I want, and you know, I might take the tax credit and just roll it into the other car. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow for sure. Lotus, for the most part, has been a fun car to drive. I can't take that away from the car. The handling on this thing is amazing. It rides really nice. I think for me, it's those little things that started happening that I don't want to deal with long term. One of the things that I enjoyed about the Lotus was like the simple interior. You know, even this looks dated, but it didn't bother me. For some reason, I enjoyed that. The simplicity here, the buttons, the sensitivity thing, it drove people crazy. It didn't bother me. I like the automatic. Recently, the AC is blowing. It blows cold, but sometimes it just has this weird smell. And I'm like, something going on. Is the AC gonna go on the car? I don't know. And I put about, what, it's got 4,500 miles on it. And the interior on this seat started fading a little bit. And I don't know, maybe it's just like, it's starting to feel cheap. Like they did Alcantara in the interior to make it feel expensive. But I don't know if it's a $100,000 car. Sometimes when I put the signal light, it'll start throwing a warning like signal light failure. Look, it has 4,567 miles on it. The car is pretty much brand new. It's a 2024. By now, I think it's out of warranty. So anything arise, I gotta have this thing towed all the way to like PA or Maryland to get it serviced, which wouldn't be a problem if they actually answered the phone or returned a phone call. That's a big issue. That's why I looked at Lexus, Chevy. I might even look at Mercedes, because at this point, there's a Mercedes dealership here. Freaking window recently, I put it down, and then when I try to put it up, it wouldn't stay up. I know no car is perfect, but I'm done. You know, it's like, it has a pretty face. Look at this thing. You know, she's a pretty face. She's a pretty face. Look at that. Look at that. And then she got a nice little body going. But she's got baggage. And I'm a little too old for baggage. I did it already. You know, I don't want to deal with baggage. So, I don't know. Maybe as a second car, maybe get something in the garage that's more reliable, or I feel like it's going to be more reliable. See how dirty the driveway is? Is this dirty girl? She a dirty girl. The brake dust that comes out of this car is crazy. For a 4-cylinder, she's a lot of fun. Wipe her down a little bit, keep her clean. I don't know, they don't care already. They just want the car. It's just me. I don't want to give them the car looking all dirty. Memory seats too. This thing, sometimes it works, sometimes they don't. The transmission on this, sometimes it feels like it's drunk. I stopped at a drive-thru to get some food, put it on park. I couldn't get it back to drive. I don't know what was that about. That kind of started getting me worried. I'm like, oh man, is the transmission going on the car? Might be something electrical. Now, they do say that when you wash these cars, not to put water through here, because the fuse box is here, and then there's something else, a resistor or something. Lotus thing is, they put like a rubber mat over that area to stop water from hitting the fuse box and getting inside of it. I found that a little weird that they didn't redesign something here so water wouldn't go directly in there. But now it's like I gotta be careful how I wash the car. And I'm like, man, I just like to throw water on the car soap and, you know, dry it and go on my way. I do believe at some point this car is gonna have electrical issues. Something with the AC, the signal lights, the fuses. It's just, it bugs out sometimes. The window going up and down. Car is gonna have electrical issue. It's gonna age very well. It's gonna look beautiful in 10 years. Whoever has this car is gonna appreciate it. It's just not for me. I don't have the patience for it. Just, you know, I don't make content fixing cars and stuff like that. That's not what I do. I just want to drive them, and that's it. We did the stripe on her. I debadged her, but I do have the letters, which I'm gonna give them in case they want to put the badges back on. But she is a looker. I'll tell you one thing, everywhere I went, everybody asked me, yo, what kind of car is that? Which is cool, but not cool, because I don't really care for attention. You would think I like the attention. I actually don't. Prices on the Lotus Emira for 2026 have gone up. I don't think it's worth more than $100,000. 110, 120, 130. I can buy anything else in that price range. 150. I'm definitely not buying the Lotus for 150. If you are, good luck. But I think that you should probably look at something else for 150. If they make it, you know, faster, more horsepower, go for it. But otherwise, this car under 100 grand, good deal. Anything over 100, I skip it. Car also came with Alcantara, you know, on the door, on the seats. I'm not a fancy man, so I'm not big on the Alcantara. The T-Rex had the Alcantara steering wheel, and I hated that. So I made sure that when I got this car, it didn't have the Alcantara steering wheel. I wanted a leather steering wheel, and maybe I'm just not fancy enough to have Alcantara. I don't like it. Maybe I'm used to that plastic stuff. So the next thing that I'm gonna get, I'm gonna make sure it's just regular leather and plastic, whatever it is. I don't want any of that Alcantara. I want to maintain it. It's just like, seems like I shouldn't be using it because it's too fancy for me. So I drove all the way to Jersey for that stripe too, but I got a good deal on it. I did the PPF on it. When I was looking for a sports car, my goal was to keep it for at least 3 to 5 years. My intentions were never to just have it for a little bit and sell it and flip it and try to like make content, because that's not what I want. I wanted something to be able to drive in the winter months when I couldn't get on a motorcycle, and that's when the whole sports car thing came into play. Like, oh, let's get something cool, versus me driving the wife's minivan, which I was fine with doing too, but I wanted something cool to drive around with, and we ended up getting the Lotus. And unfortunately, some of the electrical stuff that's happening with the car and what's going to happen reliability wise, future wise, I don't want to deal with it. And then the dealer network, they don't have one here in Delaware, and I knew they were an hour and a half away when I bought the car. I just didn't know it was going to be hard to get in touch or get a follow-up, or just, you know, just hear back from them like, hey, we're here for you. And Lotus dealer network, they're not there for you. Not my experience. Maybe you've had a good experience with them. I just don't see it. I don't want to deal with it. So I'm gonna go to Lexus, Chevy, Nissan, or I'm gonna go elsewhere where, you know, they're everywhere. Ford, maybe, you know, maybe buy a Ford Mustang. I don't know. There's Ford dealerships everywhere. So that's the only reason why I'm tapping out. Maybe one day they'll grow their network here in Delaware and they'll have somewhere where I can go, or their service gets better out in PA and Maryland. I don't know, you know, or maybe I'll move to a state where there is a Lotus dealership near me. That was the downside to it, and I'm tapping out Lotus. Unfortunately, maybe I'll circle back around someday, but I'm done.